It's the Weather Xtreme video, the morning edition for Friday, March 24th. I'm James Spann. A very active pattern setting up across the southern states in coming days and, quite frankly, weeks. A chance of strong to severe storms tomorrow. Another chance of strong to severe storms Monday, and another one toward the end of next week. So let's dive in and talk about things. Got a big trough in the western states that is progressive. That's advancing eastward. That'll set up that first severe weather threat tomorrow. Temperatures this morning are mostly in the 60s around here. We'll expect a high in the 70s again today. Around the nation, coldest air is over the northeastern states, but no sign of any late season cold snap for the next week or so. Still expect one, but not for the next 7 days. There's the watch warning map. Some wind issues for parts of the panhandles of Texas and Oklahoma. Looks like high wind warnings in effect there. Wind advisories for parts of Arkansas and some of the adjacent states. Here's the convective outlook for today and tonight. A risk of severe storms for cities like Shreveport and Tulsa and Little Rock and Houston. And then tomorrow, the risk moves eastward. Severe storms possible from the central Gulf Coast up to St. Louis. In Alabama, we've got the standard slight risk. The areas in yellow, generally west of a line from Decatur down to Birmingham, Evergreen, and then to the east, a marginal risk, including Anniston and Gadsden, Troy, Montgomery. The areas in darker green. Of course, we'll discuss that here in detail in just a moment. Day 3, this is Sunday. Interesting to note, there's a marginal risk kind of clipping the northeastern corner of the state up into North Georgia and parts of East Tennessee. And then to the west, the next wave brings a chance of severe storms into Texas and Oklahoma. Day 4, Monday, a risk of severe weather just west of here. And on day 5, Tuesday, a risk of severe storms over Texas. Hey, must be tornado season. And let's just keep going. Day 6, this is Wednesday. Again, a risk of severe weather west of the state. Rain for the next 7 days. Numbers are coming up. Look at this. This has got a bullseye of 4.5 inches over West Alabama. And this verifies some very beneficial rain likely for much of north central Alabama. Still in drought, we've still got drought conditions here, so the rain is a good thing. But here we go, model fans. The GFS, the 06C run, valid today at 1 o'clock local time. Pretty sharp trough to the west. The surface low is over the Texas Panhandle. Strong to severe storms break out east of the dry line, basically east of I-35. This afternoon and tonight. But Alabama's weather will likely stay quiet, partly sunny with mid-70s today. Tomorrow, the surface low is filling. It's over Missouri near St. Louis with showers and storms creeping in here. So let's take a look at the high-res 3-kilometer NAM. This is 1 o'clock tomorrow, and we could see some showers tomorrow morning, or this is early afternoon, but maybe a decent part of the morning will be dry. It'll be a mild and breezy day. This is 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, and you can see multiple line segments, one over West Alabama, a couple over Mississippi. And again, those could pack a punch. And this is 7 o'clock tomorrow evening. Again, storms over central Alabama. That line is moving into the northwestern part of the state. So I do think the main window will still say from maybe noon until 9 o'clock for severe storms. There could be some morning showers, and it's certainly not going to rain all day. Understand that. This is the instability, the surface-based CAPE at 4 o'clock tomorrow, and those numbers do exceed 1,000 joules per kilogram for much of the state. The higher values are back over Mississippi. This is the bulk shear between 0 and 6 kilometers, and again, it seems like the highest shear values are displaced a little away from the highest instability values, a little out of phase, if you will, and hopefully that will mitigate the tornado threat. This is the Energy Helicity Index, and this is at 4 o'clock tomorrow. And the bigger numbers are near the Mississippi border than back into the state of Mississippi. And again, that's a composite index, and this is the updraft helicity product, and we show this from time to time. This is where there could be some rotating storms, and this is suggesting that maybe North Mississippi would have the higher chance of rotating storms tomorrow. And I'd say the overall tornado threat is fairly low for our state. The main issue, strong winds. And finally, this is a forecast sounding for West Alabama tomorrow at 4 o'clock. And again, the one thing we note now, the sounding is more saturated here, not as much dry air in the mid-levels, but still a lot of directional shear, so not much change in our forecast. We'll say the main chance of severe storms noon until 9 o'clock, and the main issues, damaging straight-line winds, although some hail possible, and then isolated tornado possible. And we'll be watching things carefully. After all, this is late March. You got to watch them this time of the year. Now, Sunday, the surface low is up near Chicago, continues to fill, and we don't get into dry air. It still stays moist and fairly unstable. There could be a few lingering showers maybe Sunday morning, but with the instability in place, and if the sun breaks out, I think we need to mention the chance of scattered afternoon showers Sunday. This is Sunday at 1 o'clock off the high-res NAM, showing a few scattered showers about. So we are going to amend the forecast to include the chance of scattered afternoon and evening showers and maybe even some thunder on Sunday. Don't call it a washout at all here, but just be aware of that possibility if you're doing something outdoors. Now let's go to Monday. Here comes the next wave. Again, a surface low is over North Arkansas near Harrison, and again with an unstable air mass in place. Here's the instability that suggests a chance of strong, maybe severe storms. In fact, the instability values Monday will be higher than the values we'll see tomorrow, more than likely. And it's the same kind of setup. The main issue, strong winds, although some hail possible, an isolated tornado not totally out of the question. And then Tuesday, that wave moves northeast. We still stay in a fairly moist air mass, but I think any lingering showers should end pretty early in the day. And then finally, Wednesday, it looks like we'll be in drier air. The sky partly to mostly sunny. But the next wave is showing up off to the west with a chance of severe storms over East Texas. And then a Thursday of next week, that surface low is near Shreveport and Texarkana, with storms beginning to creep in here. This is Thursday night. The surface low is near Memphis. And if this verifies, there could be severe storms here late Thursday and Thursday night of next week. And then Friday, that wave begins to lift out. Still, we've got that mean trough in the southwest. And if this is right, Friday of next week, we'd be in a dry slot. Things would be quiet. But we've seen different timing out here. And you know the deal. We just got to take these one at a time. But the wave train is cranking. And we're going to have a series of these in coming weeks. So we'll get through Saturday, and then we'll focus on Monday. We'll get through Monday, and we'll focus on this thing either Thursday night or Friday of next week. Here's the end of the forecast period. This is Sunday, April 2nd, troughing over Texas. Surface low pretty far south, and if this happened to verify, that would be mostly a rain event, but obviously just too far out to know. Temperatures pretty consistent, highs in the 70s for the next 10 to 15 days through April 7th, but again, watch out. We expect one more cold snap sometime in mid-April. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video this morning. We'll have notes of the blog. The next video here by 4 o'clock this afternoon. If you can't, catch us this evening on ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.